Negative and positive externalities. All information taught by Mr. J. Smith. Let's start with positive externalities. A positive externality is when the social benefit equals the private benefits plus the external benefits. Let's say you decide to go to college. How does this decision benefit you? Well, you benefit from continuing your education by being able to receive a better, higher-paying job. But you aren't the only one receiving the benefits. Society also benefits from having a better educated population. For example, the scholars in an AP economics course can now go out into society and further educate the population. These scholars will become innovators, which will keep our economy moving forward. To graph these benefits, we'll start with our X and Y axis. Don't forget to label price and quantity on each axis. Next, we'll add in our demand curve and our supply curve. For externality graphs, the demand curve will also represent marginal private benefits, while the supply curve will also represent marginal, private, and social costs. We can then label our price and quantity at the equilibrium. The additional benefits that the scholars bring to society is shown by the marginal social benefits line. This creates a new equilibrium point. Now on to negative externalities, which occur when choices that are made negatively affect others as well as yourself. Here, social cost equals private cost plus external cost. Let's say you decide to run a factory. What are the costs of running this factory? Well, the more that this factory is producing, the more pollution it is creating. Since pollution has a negative effect on the environment, this means that the marginal cost is more than the marginal private cost. Society would be willing to pay more money if this means less pollution. This is when the government steps in. It's the government's job to get the factory to produce at the social cost. This can be done through fines, taxes, or incentives. Either way, the final goal is to create a happier and cleaner society. If we were to graph this out, we would once again start with our X and Y axis, labeling them price and quantity, and adding in our demand and supply curves. This time, our supply curve represents our marginal private costs, and our demand curve represents our marginal private and social benefits. Again, the dotted line represents the price and quantity at the equilibrium. When the marginal social cost line is added in, we see that a new equilibrium point is created, with a higher price and lower demand.